GoManDo podcast is about to begin. I'm Mike. Nelson's over there, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The Olympics are going right now, and I saw that Japanese couple that did the ice dancing, and won the gold medal. And was just walking through my living room. I wasn't even watching it, and I heard the announcer say something about they're ready to begin. They need to do this. They're in fifth place or something. And so I stopped and I just started watching it for a second. And I mean, it was so, I've seen millions of that stuff, and I've probably seen a lot of them that impressed me, but I don't remember being so impressed as I was by that routine that they did. They were so freaking in sync. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So in sync now. So I mean, every time, and the way she landed those jumps and the way she came out of it, every single time was just, it was amazing. And I was, I'm not any kind of ice skating fan, but uh, what do they call that? What do they call that ice skating? What they do in the Olympics?
Oh, like figure skating?
Figure skating.
Yeah, yeah. Me neither, but I think in the
But
Olympics it's
that was
top.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of the Olympic, a lot of cool stuff, but that blew my mind when I saw that. And that guy, he was overwhelmed. He couldn't stop crying.
Yeah.
He was just overwhelmed with what was going on in the moment. It was just amazing. That was really something to see. And Olympics are still going on. I think they end this coming weekend here. It's been like 2 weeks with the Olympics, so we're going to see. Maybe we'll see some more cool stuff. But man, was that amazing! My gosh, jeez, oh Pete, that was great. I got a little list here, Nelson, of stuff I wanted to talk about. My Indonesia trip. It's a good thing I got you along to help me with some of this shit, like today.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was telling Nelson, I've been to all those countries that are all around Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, all of them, everything around there, Philippines, everything. And it's easy. You just buy a ticket. You can fill a little card out or do something online real quick and easy. This Indonesia one, you got to do an e-visa, and you've got to upload your return ticket. You got to upload your passport. You got to upload all this, that, and the other thing. And it was truly a little bit confusing.
Yeah, for
this
sure.
one.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
you think?
Yeah, the website going through all the menus and duplicate copies of stuff and all
Dude,
that.
the other ones that I did were super simple.
Yeah.
You just a couple little things, boom, and even if you had to upload something, um, it was so much easier than the Indonesian one. So anyway, got that done today. Thank you.
Yeah.
We got
Locked in.
got the e-visa locked in. Got a copy of it. Got it saved. And good to go. And they approved it and everything. Right.
Yep.
The other thing, I'm pretty proud of myself here, folks, because I did this one myself. Remember the ferry?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to book that ferry,
Yeah.
and I finally got that done.
Locked in. Good.
Dude, it was a pain in the ass. Oh my god, they asked for so much weird stuff, and but I got it booked. I got it done, and I'm good to go. The only thing I got left to do, is you have to do an arrival card. And a lot of times you guys have been on planes where you're going to some foreign country and they'll give you a card like on the plane and tell you, okay, here, you got to fill this out before we get to, or you can do it at the airport. And that's happened to me a few different times. But this one, I'm going to do the arrival card. You got to do it 3 days before your flight leaves. So my flight leaves on a Tuesday or whatever. So I got to do it 3 days before that for my arrival card and then take that with me. And I was reading online and stuff, and they were talking about you can do it when you're at the airport.
Okay.
But it backs you up. It takes forever, and it back you up, and
I'd imagine that line's super long.
got to be super long, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it beforehand and get it done, so I don't have to sit around in the line. Last time, where the hell did I just go? I went to Malaysia, and this past year, and I had to do some kind of form, And I was having, you know me, I'm not the most technical dude in the world. I'm, 3,000 years old. I mean, what do you expect? It's like a freaking dinosaur trying to fill out some kind of, give me a break. So I had to do this form when I got to the airport in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And it was, I was having the hardest time. And some guy, some Malaysian guy that worked at the airport there, worked for he took me aside and he walked me away from the line, and we went to a little kiosk or whatever,
Yeah.
and he helped me fill the whole thing out and stayed right there with me, because you had to do an exact particular way in order for it to accept it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of those are like that,
For
right?
sure. Yeah, you have to do it exactly to the T.
You got to do it to the T. If you don't capitalize or don't do this or don't do that, it won't accept it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but he was super super helpful. And when I go to these places, before I leave, I buy these little pins from Pin Mart, and it's got a flag, and it'll have the American flag and the Malaysian flag, for example.
Mhm.
And so that guy really, really helped me. So I had these pins in my bag, and I reached in and I pulled out one of these pins, and I was like, "Dude, thank you so much
Oh, that's so
for
nice.
helping me." I said, "Here." He was so thankful to get this pin.
Yeah.
It was a big deal to him, but it was a big deal to me because he helped me so much. So that was really cool. And that reminds me, I got to order my pins for Indonesia.
In Indonesia, yeah.
Yeah. And I usually order like 6 of them.
Okay.
I'll keep one for myself, and then I'll take 5 because I'm going to meet 5 people that I talk to, or that,
Yeah, yeah.
someone at the hotel or my driver or whatever that I can give the pins to and stuff,
That's a great keepsake. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good keepsake for those people. So, um, I'm good to go there, and ferry is booked. I wanted to talk a little note here about changing doctors. And I don't know if we talked about that last time. Did we talk about with my mom, changing my mom's
Oh,
doctor?
briefly, I believe so.
Okay. I had to I changed her doctor to a local doctor here, and she hates going to the doctor. That she didn't like him, she didn't like the office, and she didn't like the fact that it was far away.
Yeah, I think you were telling us that they didn't really listen to you when you guys had concerns
Yeah,
about that
and you
stuff.
couldn't. It was
Communication.
communication was bad, so it was not a good thing, and my mom was really uncomfortable. So we went to this guy over here, local man, less than a mile away, and I don't know why I didn't go to him first. Um, and we went there and we met with the guy, and he said, "Okay, we got that UTI. I think I talked about all that. Make sure that's cleared up, and then come back and make an appointment." So I stopped there the other day. I said, "Okay, we got the UTI. Doctor wanted to make sure that was cleared up. Wait a few weeks and then have an appointment." So we made that appointment, and then the lady said while I was there, she said, "Can you get the records from the other doctor and get them sent over here? Either get them yourself or get them sent over here." And I said, "Well, yeah, I'll certainly try." So what's today? Friday, Wednesday. My mom and I drove over there, and we. Now I had a bad feeling about this whole thing because every time I've tried to do something at that place, it's very difficult, and you got to keep following up and doing. It's frustrating. So, but when I went in there, the ladies were super good at the front, and they're like, "Oh yeah," she said, and I made a copy of the lady's card on a piece of paper, and I wrote what needed to be done, and they took everything, and I don't know if they did it or not, but they said, "Yeah, we'll get this right over there to them, and no charge or anything. And we'll take this over there, including the test results and all this stuff." And so I got my appointment coming up March 6th. That's the Friday before I leave for my trip.
Okay.
And so we're going to find out if all that stuff made it over there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it does. So anyway, that's been done, and that's good, and we're making headway, and that's what we want to do. We got all that other stuff cleared up, and then I got a appointment at her regular doctor, which is just a few blocks from here, on the 9th of April when I get back, to discuss, the transfer over there and how she's doing with all of her this, that, and the other thing, and the UTI thing and all that. So, um, we're making headway. You got to just stay on this stuff when you got an elderly person like this that has, these kind of issues, and you got to take care of them. And my whole life has become, doctors' offices and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
My whole life before was pee right?
Yeah, yeah.
It was pee pills and pee pads and
Yeah, yeah.
laundry and cleaning, and now it's a doctor, so that's better. What else do I want to talk about? I want to tell you about. Okay, now you remember, Nelson, that I was reading those that R.F. Kuang stuff,
Yeah, like the historical fantasy stuff.
historical fantasy stuff, and I enjoyed it, but I'm not really much of a historical fantasy kind of guy. What I am is I'm a series guy.
Okay.
I read all those series, all those Baldacci uh, and Greg Hurwitz and all those series, all those. So I found another one, and it's called the Peter Ash series, and it's So I went to the library and I was looking, and I was researching, and I was going, and I went to the library and I tried to find the Peter Ash series. They didn't have book one, but they had book two.
Okay.
So I got the second one, which I read, and then while I was there, I ordered the first one because you can order books at the
Yeah.
library. I ordered the first one. It just came in, and they sent me a text, and they said, "Your book, The Drifter, is ready for pickup at the library." So when we're done today, I'm going to go out and get today's Friday. I'm going to go out and get some fish and chips for us for lunch, and I'm going to stop at the library and grab my book. So I'm back to my series, and this dude's the Drifter. Okay, he's just some dude that kind of like who's the guy that's real popular? Reacher.
Oh, Reacher.
He's
Okay.
kind of like a Reacher kind of guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and but I'm enjoying it. I got the second one. I ordered the first one, and then when I was ordering the first one, I tried to when I was there to try see if we get number 3. They didn't have number 3, but they had number 4.
Oh, yeah.
So I got number 4, which I'm reading right now. I'm about halfway through with it. But I'm gonna go get number 1, and while I'm there today, I'm gonna order number 3.
How many are there in the series? Do you know?
Yeah, there's several.
Okay.
There's 6 or 7 or 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's a good lot.
yeah, I'll wing through those things in no time flat. It'll be awesome. And I'm enjoying it. The books are good. He's a badass dude, and people are trying to fuck with him, and he's kicking their ass and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
All that. It's a form of fantasy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Basically, but I love that stuff, man. So anyway, oh, Nelson, do you remember when I was talking about the halftime show,
Yeah.
the Bad Bunny, and then the Kid
Kid
Rock
Rock.
thing on the other channel,
Mm-hmm.
and how they were both ridiculous in my mind?
Mm-hmm.
The other day, I saw something that was a crowd reaction. Somebody was filming the crowd and had a good camera where you could get real tight on people and go all the way around and film everything while the Bad Bunny show was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see that most of the people were just kind of sitting there either talking to each other or,
Didn't know what's
going,
going on.
what's going on. And then there were some people that were into it and dancing and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But just judging by the crowd, you could see that it was probably 25% were having fun with it, and then 75% were like, just kind of ignoring it.
Yeah. I have no idea what's going on.
What is this? I have no clue. So that was fun to see that, because I was wondering, because all the stuff that I saw online, oh, it was so great, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, like everybody loved it, right? But then I saw that video, I said, this thing tells the tale right here.
Mm-hmm.
That video told the tale. Nelson, yesterday, I drove my mom and me to meet my aunt.
Okay.
My aunt is a CPA. She does taxes and all that stuff, and been doing our taxes for years and years and years. She had her own firm, and she closed it down last year.
Okay.
Because she's getting older and stuff, and there's too much stuff for her. And so she closed that down, but she still does certain people's taxes. So we met her at the IKEA, at our local IKEA, and we met her upstairs at the cafeteria and had Swedish meatballs and
Did
mashed
taxes.
potatoes and peas, man, and the lingonberry drink, and it was freaking awesome. We had so much fun with my my aunt, and I took all of our stuff for me and my mom, and we got it all squared away. And then we were driving home. My mom, okay, she's 93, okay. She's got the imagination that you can't even imagine. She says, I liked it today, she said, but I'm tired. I had to drive all that way. Now she's driving, right, instead of me.
Yeah.
I had to drive all that way from Georgia. That's where my sister lives, in Georgia. Oh, I had to drive all that way from Georgia all the way home. and I'm gonna stop at this house, but then I'm gonna go to my real home afterwards. She always thinks she's got a different home somewhere,
Yeah, yeah,
and this is like her temporary home. I'll stop here. I'll stay here, but then I want to go.
yeah,
And she cracks me. I'll say, "Mom, where are we going?" Where? And she'll say, "I'll say, she'll say, yeah, I want to go home." I say, "Mom, where are you at right now?" I said, "Take a look out the window, look around a little bit. Where are you at?" And she'll go, "I'm home." And I go, "Yeah, you're home. That's right." She kind of, it's to that point. It's an everyday thing, and I just got to keep reminding her
for sure.
that she's home, and it's fun to do that, and it's fun to have fun with her when she's got her imagination rocking and rolling. And she said, now to me, then she'll say something like, "Now," and she thought we were out with the ladies. Yeah, we had lunch with the ladies today. It was nice of you to come along with, she thinks we're out doing our taxes.
Yeah.
She cracks me up so bad. We're going to do something different, folks, by the way, today. Nelson, right there. You're going to see Nelson for the first time in this video.
Face reveal
Face reveal. Nelson face reveal today.
from the dungeon of.
From the dungeon of greatness. And we're going to show Nelson because, he's here working on the stuff and he helps me along. He does all my tech stuff for me and he gets shit done that I need done. And I totally, and we're going to start doing some more things. I want to change the way that the podcast looks a little bit, like the intro and the exit. What's that called? The exit is it just called
Intro, outro.
outro. Intro and outro. I want to change them up a little bit, make them more. A lot of the stuff that's on there, especially the outro, is old stuff, and I want to use newer footage and whatnot. So we're gonna do that, and Nelson's gonna be doing some shorts and reels and try to get more of that stuff going. And I also want him to do some videos from my travels, from my videos and my pictures I have
Yeah,
from different. We can do a video for this country, a video for that country, just and make it into a post or whatever.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna have little changes. We're gonna do some different things, and you are gonna see it. You are gonna see it. Nelson's gonna see it, and I'm gonna see it. Dude, I think we're done for today, right?
Yeah, we're at 17.
That's all I got. That's all my notes right there. So,
Yeah,
and maybe next week or whatever, we've been doing one day, and then Nelson is able to come another day. So we're doing 2 days a week, which is awesome. I like doing that because we can kind of stay ahead of the game. Because it's easy to drop back, especially the fact that I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks.
yeah, for sure. That's my main thing of just keeping things going before you go away. Just because I know we're gonna plan to do some videos while you're away, but not this setup.
Not this setup, yeah. So we want to keep the pot. We want to do maybe one ahead or something, or two ahead, so we can go through that period, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all she wrote, folks. I'm Mike.
I'm Nelson.
Right on. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time around.
Peace.